Welcome to the Phil slash Players Comedy Debate for Freshers Week 2020. So it looks a bit different this year. We're all here on Zoom, but the community atmosphere is still here, I guess. The motion we'll be debating today is this house believes that nice guys finish last. So speak in order is as follows. So Phil will be speaking in proposition of the motion, which means they support the motion. Players will be speaking in opposition, saying that they do not support the motion. Speeches will be 5 minutes in length, which I will be timing. Unfortunately, I could clap, so if you just see me do this because my mic will be off, that means I'm telling you you have another minute left. And if I clap twice, please wrap it up right now. So before this all starts, I'm going to get the registrar, which is Oz Russell from the Phil, to kind of set the vibe and give us some minutes for this meeting. So Oz, if you want to take it away.
Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. Welcome to our first online debate of the term. We've all had to make various changes to adjust to the new normal. Without debating and/or plays to occupy our time, we've had to find new places to have fun. Public parks, shopping centres, saunas, bathhouses, adult video stores, the upper corner seats of a movie screen where the staff can't see you, public restrooms with those cute little holes in the cubicle walls, leather-padded rooms, and so forth. Despite the increased scrutiny on meat processing facilities, the DU Players Committee have managed to soldier on. Some people said they might use their transferable skills to become trainee municipal rat catchers, professional pigeon keepers, mouse groomers, or any other hobbies that involves directing wild animals who will eat your cheese and shit in every room of your house if you're not firm with them. Instead, admirably, they continued on with their plays, as well as, from what I can gather from their Facebook, eating each other's hair as a kind of bonding ritual. Their radio plays included such offerings as Sugar Kiss Angel Hill and Salt Spit Devil Hill, continuing the proud tradition of naming players' plays after elaborate sex games and the last noises made before permanent catastrophic brain death. Even those freshers who don't know anything about players will know something of their former famous alumni, such as SU Comms and Marketing Sabbath Philly Holmes, SU Comms and Marketing Sabbath Philly Holmes' mustache, the family of friendly worms that live in SU Comms and Marketing Sabbath Philly Holmes' mustache, and the mustaches of the friendly worms that live in SU Comms and Marketing Sabbath Philly Holmes' mustache, and so on, forever. Players, however, are famous not just for their slimy, muckraking former members. Famously, or infamously if you're a member of the pearl clutching community, there was purported to be a packet of drugs found in the player's microwave many moons ago. There is, however, an inverse relationship between the amount of times a story is mentioned by people and the likelihood of it actually being true, so watch out. Yeah, look up inverse in your Diction word books, you drama freaks. The true use of a player's microwave is for committee members to make videos of themselves putting their hamsters inside and threatening to liquefy old Butterball's organs unless Charlie XCX sings them happy birthday for their Instagram TMs. But tonight we are celebrating the commonalities between the Phil and our friends and players. So here's a list of a few shared attributes of the members of both societies' committees. 1. We both base our fashion senses on the physical sensation of having a stroke. 2. Sniffing glue. 3. Huffing paint. 4. Eating paint with our dirty little hands. Entries 5 through 10 are also paint related. 11. Most likely of all societies to find the joke, no pay now chocolate, no gay now chocolate, funny. Number 12. Good, clean, family-friendly fun. And there's one last one that I think I'm forgetting. Oh, you wouldn't get it. In preparation for this debate, I made a list of nice guys I know. Speedy Gonzalez, Mickey Mouse, Danger Mouse, those famous rascals Pinky and the Brain. All of these are, as I later found out, mice guys. That was one wasted month. I then decided to divide the phrase nice guys into its constituent parts. First, nice. The word nice is actually derived from the name of the ancient Greek god of victory, Nike. There are over 1 million nice people in the world today. Famous nice people from the past include Marc Chagall, Henri Matisse, Pablo Picasso, and even Bono, who can often be seen holidaying in Nice during the summer. Nice is in fact the 7th largest metropolitan area in all of France. So why wait? Visit Nice now and rendezvous en France. Any hoot, ghee is a class of clarified butter that originated in ancient India. It is commonly used in the cuisine of Indian subcontinent, as well as Middle Eastern cuisine, Southeast Asian cuisine, traditional medicine, and religious rituals. It is also an Irish slang word which, when I Googled it, got me banned from all of the library computers for life. Who knew? So I'm very excited for some lovely speeches about the merits of different clarified butters from the various regions of France, and which will finish last. Thumbs up.
Okay, well, thank you, Oz, for that. That pretty much set the tone for the debate. First speaker on proposition is Dylan, who's from the Phil. So, Dylan, whenever you're ready, you can take it away. You have 5 minutes.
Look, speaking as someone who is A, a philosophy student, B, a competitive debater, and C, an avid Tame Impala fan, I would consider myself somewhat of a world expert when it comes to not having sex with people. So I want to be quite specific on the kind of nice guys that we're talking about in this debate. We're not really talking about like genuinely really nice guys like George W. Bush. We're talking about like weird, neckbeardy, often like blatantly misogynistic, scruffy looking sweaty bastards such as like Osama bin Laden, both the Twin Towers, Building 7 and Ted Mosby, who believe that like by treating women with this like twisted conception of respect, they have some like transactional obligation to provide them with sex and adoration and love, but to be clear, mostly sex, okay? And like, obviously, they finish last, like women aren't stupid, and if one of these bastards interacts with them, it's quite readily apparent that these dudes don't think of them as like holistic individuals with varied thoughts and opinions, talents and hobbies, aspirations and fears, etc. No, like these dudes walk up to them, they tip the fedora and their eyes pop out of their heads, their jaw drops to the floor and they shout like humana, 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 awooga, awooga, and then they just kind of get told to get lost, I suppose. And look, not to get too sincere in a comedy debate, but I genuinely believe that these dudes, these like nice guys with a capital N and a capital G and like the inverted commas in the air, are genuinely some of the most like scum of the earth, morally reprehensible, incel adjacent, like smelly bastards on the planet. Because like think of what their thought process is, right? Like what they think, what goes through their minds is, if I can prove my worth to this individual, I can make them develop a dependency on me. Kind of like the way over the summer I was working for Nespresso, slinging coffee, and I used to like sprinkle nicotine on the taste samples to get them hooked. It's kind of like the same thing, but like even more disgusting because they think that they can like trick someone into having sex with them, or rather even worse, that like due to their good deeds, this individual will have like an obligation to have sex with them, like some one of those like burrito loyalty cards where you stamp it 10 times with respecting women and get one free sex at the end. Like they're seeing this individual as like solely an object, like a sexual object, an object which only exists in order to satisfy it. Like I really hate it. Like I hate nice guys, I hate soft boys, I hate incels, and I hate the final season of How I Met Your Mother, which is only like a tangentially related point, but I thought I'd say it while I have the platform. Anyways, so thinking about this topic brought me back to my like My Chemical Romance 13, 14-year-old smelly incel days. So I decided to do what any 14-year-old smelly incel dude would do, and I went on Reddit. I went onto r/nice guys to see what they might have to say in the matter and to make me feel better about myself. And here were some of the highlights that I found. The first one was a nice like Facebook comment exchange, which is the last bastion of human wisdom on the internet, I would say. So this nice guy, like this fedora with arms and a keyboard, he makes the bold claim, and I quote directly, girls will pound themselves silly with a piece of plastic while leaving a good man that would love them till the end of time in the friend zone. And as with all like dialectic, epistolary, scholarly discussions on Facebook comment threads, someone comes up with a very good response when they say, Tony, if someone leaves you for a piece of plastic, it's not the piece of plastic. The second one that I saw was someone saying, I hate the friend zone. You make a girl chocolate milk and she won't have sex with you. What's the point? 3, why do women insist on dating meat-headed dullards instead of me, a stranger watching resentfully from afar? And fourthly and finally, how did the monkey get down the stairs? He slid down the banana star. This has nothing to do with the debate, but I promised Megan O'Driscoll that I would say it, and I think she has the technology to like kill me with lasers and manifestation if I didn't say it. Anyway, so I thought I'd end with like something wise. And so when I was watching The Social Network, both last night and this morning, because I watch it twice a day to take the edge off, I remembered this really good line that Erica Albright says to Mark Zuckerberg in the bar. which is where she says, you're going to go through life thinking that girls don't like you because you're a nerd, or in this instance, a nice guy. And I want you to know from the bottom of my heart that that won't be true. It'll be because you're an asshole. And as we all know, Mark Zuckerberg famously never went on to achieve any sort of success financially or politically, and never formed any strong relationships that were long lasting, and never achieved any sort of like significant fame or notoriety in any field. Once again, proving the wisdom of the phrase, nice guys finish last. Because the obvious alternative to being one of these like shithead nice guys is to do what I do, right? Pining wistfully and longingly from afar, to shed a single tear at the phosphorescent moonlight, to close your eyes and imagine what could have been and what still could be, and then to go on Twitter for 4 hours, have a wank and go to sleep. I beg you to propose.
Thank you very much and well done. So first up, representing DU players, we have Dara Kelly. So take it away, Dara.
Miladies, nice guys, and those who have never been friend-zoned. My name is Dara Kelly and I'm opposing the motion. Nice guys finish last is a myth that's been plaguing media since the dawn of time, or at least the 70s. In media, we are told that men who are assholes always get the girl, like men like Han Solo or Gaston from Beauty and the Beast, constantly trample on women and treat them like they're less than human, but still end up surrounded by pussy. In reality, these men hardly ever get the girl. Nice guys are often men who have little to no empathy, are impotent, and feel the world has wronged them. A great example of a nice guy is the Joker and the Proposition. Nice guys are often seen wearing the traditional emblem of their people, a fedora and neckbeard. They cry about how the chads and thads of the world are drowning in wet-ass P-word, when they themselves are left all alone without pussy. These nice guys claim to be so much better than normies, and they just can't understand why women would go for jerks instead of nice guys like them. What these nice guys fail to realize is that the chads, brads, and thads of the world are just more socially acceptable than dildos. This nice guy mentality is what countless men use to defend their misogyny or just general assholeness. This is perfectly exemplified in Ryan Higa's 2011 Nice Guys music video. The lyrics of the chorus, nice guys finish last, that's why I treat you like trash, it's not what I really want to do, but you only date bad guys, so I'll give it my best try to treat you the way you want me to. This is the actual mentality of so many men today. Like, it's ridiculous the amount of men are like, he's actually speaking facts, like, straight up. They do not understand that that song is actually satirical and is making fun of them and their inherently misogynistic beliefs. Why is being a nice guy misogynistic, you might ask? Well, nice guys are never actually nice. Anyone who constantly insists that they are nice probably isn't. Being nice is not something that you should be rewarded for. It is literally the baseline. The bar has never been lower. Actually, if you date people from the Phil, then that's probably the lowest you can go. Anyways, these men approach women with the expectation of sex, even if the woman herself has never propositioned such a thing. Commonly seen on the Reddit page r/niceguys, as previously mentioned, is this 180 turn when a woman says no to this proposition. These guys will open with things like, "Oh, you're so beautiful, my queen, milady. Please go out with me. Can I take you on a date this evening?" And when a woman says no, or like, "I have a boyfriend, I can't," they will do this 180 turn and be like, "You're such a bitch, you're fat, you're ugly." No hesitation. You may notice I'm using very heterosexual language, and that is because, frankly, cis straight white men are the only, well, actually not just white, cis straight men are the only ones with the audacity to act like this. Queer people know better, to be honest. Nice guys are actually incels in disguise. They don't want you to think they are, but they are. They inherently believe that women are subhuman and just there to use as sex dolls, or to fulfill arbitrary 50s gender roles. And this, faceless people of the internet, is why nice guys never finish last. Because nice guys have never been touched by a woman. So when one poor lady finally, God help her, decides to let them touch her, they finish first and are probably the only ones to finish. Remember, faceless people of the internet, nice guys finished first and they don't care if you finish with them, just like the men of the Phil. I've been Dara Kelly. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Dara. That was good. Right, next up from the Phil is Eleanor. Are you ready to go, Eleanor? 5 minutes.
All right. So I have a slightly different take on this motion, but before I start, I wanted to clear up some of the things that have been said about me in the media recently. I do want to say that yes, the rumors are absolutely true. I have been doing like a lot of reflecting lately, like a lot. Like honestly, you could call me a mirror. Okay, the amount of reflecting I've been doing. Okay. But one of the conclusions this reflecting has brought me to is that being nice gets you nowhere. So how did I get to this conclusion? Well, I did it by considering a certain very nice, in fact, famously nice celebrity whose life I am fascinated by. This is a person who has hundreds of millions of dollars. This is a person who has a national daytime talk show now in its 18th season. This is a person who has copious allegations of workplace abuse and mistreatment leveled against them. That's right. We're talking about Ms. Be Kind to one another herself, Ellen DeGeneres. Now, in this speech, I'm going to do a couple of things. Firstly, I'm going to prove that Ellen is nice. This should be pretty easy. Secondly, I'm going to prove that she is constantly disadvantaged and vilified and targeted because she is nice. So let's go on to that first point. Number one, Ellen is nice. So firstly, this is true because at the end of every one of the episodes of The Ellen Show, she says, be kind to one another. Now, I don't know about you, but that doesn't sound like something that a person who is mean, that doesn't sound like something a meanie would say. So we've proven pretty conclusively that Ellen is a nice person. Now on to the second part of my speech. I'm going to talk about some instances in which Ellen being nice has gotten her nothing but last place in this beautiful race that we call life. So let's first start with her friendship with George W. Bush. So of course they were photographed together at an NFL match and people got pretty mad. What those people didn't understand is that when you're a nice person, as previously proven Ellen is, you have to sometimes just look past the fact that, yes, your friends will sometimes have done war crimes. If you're a nice person, you look past the fact that, like, yes, your friends will have destabilized entire regions for decades to come. Sometimes you just look past the fact that, yes, your friends will have destroyed the lives of millions of people, both at home and abroad. Because that is what nice people do for their friends, Joanna. I'm so sorry. That got personal for a second. I'm so sorry. I'll edit that out. In response to this whole event, people basically cancelled Ellen. Some people even went as far as to say that she should consider her actions, which, I mean, this meant that she had to take 3 minutes and 52 seconds out of scaring celebrities on her own hard-earned, ragtag, kind of bohemian, not very mainstream, nationally syndicated TV show to address it. If that's not an example of finishing last, sweaties, I don't know what is. Something else that I considered in my reflection was the sort of allegations that The Ellen Show was a toxic workplace. Now, these allegations included interns reporting that Ellen would run over them in the studio lot so that she could blow off some steam in her $200,000 Ferrari, California. Other reports involved production assistants being forced to hunt each other for sport for Ellen's entertainment, with the sort of a tertiary consideration being the fact that the healthcare and benefits package wasn't very good. Now, people, again, got very mad about this, but yet again, they didn't realize one very crucial thing. If Ellen didn't get her self-care vehicular assault intern, she could not have been in the right headspace to make such hilarious jokes as "woman dances downstairs through audience" or "I'm richer than you." White women everywhere would be devastated, leaving an unimaginable trail of destruction through the lives of literally millions of retail and hospitality workers. Once again, Ellen is doing a brave and noble service for us all. and she is hated for it. She is the nice guy, constantly finishing last. Now, if we can extrapolate from Ellen's life to broader society, and there's literally no reason why we can't, it becomes clear that nice guys always finish last. Proud to propose.
Well done. Introducing our second debater from DU Players, Mazzy Ronaldson, if you want to take it away.
Yes. Good evening, everyone. It is I, Master Debater, Mazzy Ronaldson. Tonight I shall be valiantly arguing against the motion that nice guys finish last. Before I start, I just want to say what a turnout, guys. Okay, wow, look at all your beautiful face. See you, nice. Good to see you, pal. Nice, very happy. First things first, I hear you scream, but Mazzy, dear sage, what is a nice guy to you? Let me break it down for you, baby cakes. Nice guys are probably called something like Brad or Jack or Dylan. If they were a dog, or as nice guys call it, a pupper, they'd be a 3-month-old Labrador who just won't stop trying to ride your childhood teddy bear. Or if they're a really nice guy, it's your 17-year-old younger sister's teddy bear. You guys from the film get what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. Nice guys are super agreeable, they're chillaxed, they don't skateboard, but they're friends with all the cool boys that do. Nice guys are sensitive, but like not in an emotionally available way. Nice guys will openly cry at Toy Story 3, but still won't see a therapist about that recurring dream where they fuck their mom. Nice guys will give you their virginity and the world, but just not their BlackRock signet ring because you have no idea how much those boys mean to them, okay? Nice guys love that you choose pizza over salad, and they think you look even more beautiful without makeup. Nice guys have an argument for why Blue Lives Matter, but only talk about it with Tommy and Deco, because those boys are a safe space, okay? You guys get the picture about what kind of nice guy we're talking about? Yeah? Okay, I'm gonna look inquisitively to the left, right? Inquisitively to the right. Let's keep going. Okay. A common issue that nice guys have is getting friend zoned. Oh, there's nothing worse. They get mad and they like punch a wall and stuff. It's so annoying. Telenovela. Yes, these poor nice guys will work really hard to remember what Stephanie's favorite animal is. And then they'll like send her videos of pandas on Instagram. And even though she said dogs, it like doesn't matter because they're trying, okay? It's like super cute. They'll compliment her hair. They'll say something like really heartfelt and deep, like, I like your hair. I mean, how is she not climbing them like a tree already? It's ridiculous. The final act in this tale of 3 parts is the nice guy will suggest she listens to Mac DeMarco. Stephanie's going to say, oh, well, actually, I love Bon Iver, and then the nice guy will grow fully erect as he gets to correct her and say, it's pronounced Iver. All this and still nothing? And then she'll hit him with a, you're just such a good pal. The audacity. But anyways, yes, it might seem like a complete and utter attack on all nice guys everywhere. And surely little Lucas is heartbroken, right? Wrong. Because you know what? Stephanie was a fucking psycho bitch anyway, and you're so better without her. She was clingy and, you know, kind of ugly as hey? Okay, she's kind of ugly. Right, done. Okay, good for you, Deco. I guess life is kind of hard for nice guys just because they're so nice. Like, yeah, I'll admit they make some sacrifices, like they don't listen to Joe Rogan, which is like, oh my God, the poor guys. But like mostly their life is pretty sweet. Nice guys can think hashtag not all men without actually having to say it because they just kind of carry that air about them. Nice guys had that power in secondary school where they could walk into a room and go, where's my hug? And every girl in the class would have to hug them. Nice guys can post their Porto pics in the middle of a global pandemic and all will comment is, nice one lads. To conclude, nice guys, get over yourselves. But also, like, if there are any nice guys watching who'd be interested in turning this debate into a date, feel free to like hit me up. And I promise you, you'll finish first because with the track records of nice guys, I won't be finishing at all, but that's okay. Yeah. La fin.
Okay, thank you, Mazzy. That was pretty much a journey. That was great. Right, now it's on to Tom speaking last from the Phil. Tom, you have 5 minutes. Take it away.
So hi guys, I'm Tom from the Phil, and personally, I identify as a nice guy. And usually I'd say, don't if somebody says that, stay away from them. But I trust me, I'm different, and you should just listen to everything I say, and I'm sure I can bring it all to the proposition side. So I'm going to be proving to you pretty much, nice guys just finished last, and I'm going to be telling you this because I'm just going to be bringing you through the story of kind of my love life and how just me being too nice has pretty much been the downfall of all of my relationships and how it just doesn't work. But wait, I know what you're all saying. I can see your curious faces. You're saying, Tom, if you win this debate today by telling everyone why you're losing all of these why you're losing all of these relationships because you're being a nice guy, you're in fact winning. And I might tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that if you're somebody who's willingly going to be doing a debate on a Wednesday night just so they can gain some clout among the freshers, you're very much not a guy that is winning at all in life. So I find it funny that I was asked to be doing this debate because, you know, I'm just a nice guy, and this is something that's kind of been my downfall throughout life. So it's just a coincidence that it all kind of came together. I can still remember back to my first girlfriend, and when we got into a fight, she said, "I can't believe you didn't stand up for me in front of the lads." And I said, "Oh, I just couldn't." And you know, I'm just not really somebody who wants to get into conflict. I didn't really want to get into a fight, so I tried to diffuse the situation. I said, "You know, what's funny? I am a bit of a nice guy. You know where the word nice comes from? It comes from the Latin origins of the word nestius, which means ignorant or simple-minded. But you know, I'm not one of those guys that is ignorant or simple-minded, so I decided to stay quiet." And she said, "You know what? I'm just not dealing with this." And she left. She left, and we stayed together, obviously. But she spent 2 days at my friend John's house. He took care of her. He's a skateboarder. He's really cool. But we came back, and it lasted like 2 weeks, and that was really good. But in the end, you know, the love life didn't really come through there. Yeah, so I'm always getting that from any of my ex-girlfriends. It's always, "Tom, you need to be more assertive. Tom, you need to pay more attention and not just be listening to Mac and Marco and trying to have some alone time because you're a bit too sensitive." And they're always saying, "Tom, why are you still paying the bill for 2 of your ex-girlfriends when they left you over 6 months ago for their Netflix?" And I just say, well, you know, I'm just a nice guy. But the reality is, ladies and gentlemen, that's not the truth. The truth is, I'm just weak. I'm simple-minded, as the old Romans said. And that's what has left me in this perpetual heartache, this constant fear. It's just that I'm a pushover. And honestly, don't listen to any of my ex-girlfriends. They might tell you that they broke up with me for different reasons. And I'll say the same statement that I told them at the same time. If I'm just a nice guy and I finish last, then you're not making any sense because you didn't finish at all. Haha. And so you might ask me, you might ask me, would I prefer to actually be a bad person? I say, well, yeah, I probably would be, but it's just who I am. I can't really go there. I'd like to be someone who listens to rock and roll, or someone who just takes what they want. I'd love to be a filthy capitalist, you know? I'd love to be able to be someone who studies business, someone who gets a job straight out of college, or even someone who's not wasting €15 a month on Michaela's Netflix after she cheated on me with 2 of her boyfriends. Oh, sorry, that her name's not Michaela. Anyway, but alas, that's not who I am. I was doomed to study social science because, you know, I just really want to help people with my life, and that's just who I am. And I'm just that kind of guy that's too shy to pee at urinals, or the guy who's just not going to be able to find a girl who really appreciates and loves me for who I am. But sadly, this is impossible. And this brings me on to a different stage of my dating life. This is the stage where I realized it's probably the girls whose fault it is. And this is when I started dating guys. I know, the plot thickens. Did Tom finally find a nice guy to settle down with? Did Tom find someone to move away to the countryside with? Did Tom find someone to live out his golden years with? No, because contrary to what Dara Kelly said, there are no nice guys on Grindr. Ladies and gentlemen, at least at this stage of my life, I was getting my bit. But I'll tell you right now, that didn't fill my void. Why, you ask? Because those greedy bastards were only out to finish first, meaning I didn't get to finish at all. So now, out of fear that I might have just been basing my whole speech around myself and my life as a nice guy, I'll contrast that with some bad guys who are doing well in life. So, first example I'm going to bring to the table, Leo Varadkar. Why is he a bad guy? He hates the poor. Why is he a bad guy? He's a Tory. Probably drinks Lions tea, and he just refuses to acknowledge that whole housing crisis thing. But you know, reasons why he's actually winning? Have you seen his boyfriend? And also, 100K salary? Not too bad. And I think any of us would trade the fact that you'd have to, you know, just have to do all of your training in the Trinity gym, even though you're in your late 30s, for being a bad guy. But that's all right. He is succeeding. Second person on the list, William Schuster from the hit TV show Glee. Why is he a bad person? Well, first he blackmailed Finn into actually joining the Glee Club. Secondly, he taught Spanish for just multiple years without actually speaking the language. And thirdly, he started a, quote, sex riot in the school because he decided to perform Toxic by Britney Spears with all of his students. And by God, that was not appropriate. This man should be in jail, but for some reason, at the end of that series, he ended up as principal of the school. So, in summary, I'm sorry for subjecting you to 5 minutes of why my love life is in shambles. But if it makes you guys happy, I'm actually currently in a relationship and it's going really well. Yeah. Oh, I saw Open go, oh. I met a guy when I was abroad in January, and we're still together. But he was meant to visit in March. Obviously, that didn't happen because of COVID. But that's all right, because the fact that I haven't actually finished in 9 months doesn't make me a loser. I mean, you really can't win if you're not competing at all. Thank you.
Well done, Tom. That was great. Introducing our last players member of the night, Ulton Pringle. So take it away, Ulton.
Hello, my name is Ulton, and I vehemently oppose this motion. When I saw the title of this debate, I thought to myself, all right, that's a little bit raunchy, but then I remembered that the Phil has had more sex scandals than the Bill Clinton presidency, so I guess that does fit. And when I heard that this was a comedy debate, I thought, well, I thought all the Phil did was comedy debates. I mean, Middle Eastern women need Western feminism, that all-male IR exit debate. In comparison, Nice Guys Finish Last is a serious debate topic requiring the best in rhetoric that this college can muster. And ladies and gentlemen and all our non-binary pals in the audience, that's why I'm here. Now, let me just consult my Debating 101 book. Establish myself. Okay, well, I am a nice guy. I always have been a nice guy. I'm such a nice guy that my teenage girlfriend cheated on me because I didn't have enough edge. I'm such a nice guy that my college boyfriend cheated on me because I don't have enough edge. I'm such a nice guy, old ladies tell me they would like to fuck me if they were 60 years younger and have both their hips. I'm such a nice guy. I narrate whenever I have sex with someone. Oh, how, you ask? Well, let me tell you. Having sex with me is kind of like being in a Sally Rooney novel, because I will narrate the entire encounter in a pseudo-profound way. And I will say things like, I don't know, I guess I just never loved my body, Connell, while I stare out the window pensively and unzip his pants. In fact, a guy once said to me, stop, just stop, will you? You're killing the mood. And I was like, but girl, I'm just telling you about my abhorrent childhood trauma. How's that killing your boner, babe? So anyway, I say all this to tell you conclusively and without a doubt that I am a nice guy. Okay, good. Objective 1 of debating, done. Establish yourself. Objective 2, establish your opponent. Okay, when I think of a guy who finishes first, what do I think of? Well, I think of a guy who doesn't finish last. But I don't think of a nice guy, love. Oh, no, not at all. It's you. Oh, yeah. I think of you, you Phil Fresher. And that's right, I used PH there when I said fresher. That's right. I'm young, I'm quirky, and I'm privileged like people in the Phil. When someone in the Phil, this is what I want to know recently. When someone in the Phil says you have a fat ass, you have to wonder, do they mean my ass is fat with an F or is it fat with PH? And why is this not fun for me, PHUN? Why can't I fun, that's right, PHUN, when I have sex? And don't worry, foe, at least you're full like everyone in the Phil. See what I did there? Yeah, pause for laugh. Okay, so who do I think of when I think of a nice guy, of a guy who finishes last? I think of you, Oz Russell. That's right, you, Oz Russell. I think of you, Tom Carthy. I think of you, Jack Cullen. I think of a Phil member hoofing it into me, and I just think, well, this is fun. PH, of course, hashtag just Phil things. And then after 30 seconds of said hoofing, when he creams everywhere while muttering lines from Infinite Jest, or talking about his Twitter presence, or screaming out loud, Nigel Farage! Oh wait, that's the hist. Oh, well, oops. But I'm sure somebody in the film has a copy of Mein Kampf somewhere, right? Just to read it, you know, because like free speech is really important and matters to me and it applies to books too, okay? Cool. Okay, well, that's objective 2 of debating done, right? Establish your opponent. Now on to my final objective, the finale, the point of all this, the solution, the climax. I say all of this to highlight my point, my thesis statement, my denouement, as you will. I never finish. I know. You're thinking, how can this hot, sexy Daniel Radcliffe lookalike not finish? How can this Greek Adonis, this hunky and chunky 6'4" everyman not finish? Well, it's called trauma, babe, look it up. The last time I finished was in a graveyard car park when I was 17 with my childhood sweetheart Carl. Since then, it's like I'm shitting blanks. And you know what I think? I think it is precisely because I'm a nice guy that I never finish. I think it's because I'm so concerned about my sexual partner that once they're done, I'm done. I can't even do anything anymore. I'm totally satisfied because you're satisfied. So there. Of course, nice guys don't finish last. Nice guys never finish. They are too in love and in their feelings and their heads to bust a nut. And if you think otherwise, you are wrong, good sir. You are wrong, wrong, wrong. To misquote the great Johnny Cochran, if the man doesn't blow, then let him go. If the man is nice, he will beat your ass, but he won't blast his bits all over your bits, love. And that is why I believe that nice guys do not finish last, because nice guys do not finish. If you doubt the veracity and the power of what I've had to say here today, then all I have to say is, I dare you to have sex with me. And then you will know once and for all that nice guys most definitely do not finish last. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all of our non-binary pals.
Wow. Okay. That was it's good. Thank you very much to everyone who is after speaking today. I think we have a lot to unpack there, but I think it's a pretty good introduction to what our two societies do. By the time you're seeing this, the Phil will just have 2 more events. On Thursday, we're going to have our annual comedy debate in Freshers Week. It's This House believes there are no normal people in Trinity, which you should tune in live to. The event page will have the link to the Zoom. I don't know, Antonia, do you have any upcoming events after this that you want to plug?
Yeah, definitely. So we're the same as you guys. We've only 2 events after tonight, and they're going to be the Murder Mystery. It's in collaboration with the Hiss tomorrow night, and then on Friday night we are going to be having DU Players Presents Mean Girls, where we're going to be doing a live read-through of a Mean Girls script. So do come along, and thank you so much for coming tonight. We're going to be sending out some polls where you can pick who you preferred. And yeah, thanks a million.
Thank you.
Thank you.